Sending data. Dropped frames 0. Dropped frames 0. It says dropped frames 0. Just saying, it says, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is it says dropped frames 0. That's all I'm saying. So, that's all I had to do. And I'm telling you, man, there was 2 inches of snow on that fucking satellite dish, man. There was 2 inches of snow on the goddamn satellite dish. I was like, I gotta go test it. I just gotta find out. It's so beautiful. Rogan loved it out there. We were out there. He was playing in the snow, man. He's running around, bobbling his head. Fucking took care of that bullshit. What's up, Lori, Nick, Debbie, Tony, Billy, Amy? Sounds like the goddamn Mouseketeers. And Mickey Mouse. Hi, everybody. I'm Mickey. These are the Mouseketeers. We're going to get real high. Hi. Guys like my Mickey Mouse impersonation? Linda, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, as long as I walk out there every hour, half hour or so, and I'm leaving the garden hose dripping a little bit so it won't freeze up. And besides, it's 39 degrees outside, guys. It's fucking 30. You want to see how I went out there just now and did it? This is what I'm wearing on my feet. I went outside right now. This is how fucking cold it is outside. I went out there, hosed it off. I was fine, man. I was having so much fun walking in the snow. There's an inch out there. There's totally a fucking inch of snow out there. I mean, fucking easy inch of snow. It's crazy. Oh, ba ba, ba. You know, snowball fights, I just realized, man, when I was trying to cram this because I didn't grow up really around snow. I tried to cram that snowball down in this, and I packed it too tight in my hands. It was a fucking rock. It was as hard as a rock. And when people are having snowball fights, and if you guys are throwing shit like that at each other, you guys are fucking crazy, man. That you can really hurt somebody with a snowball. What's the deal with that? Is it like a unspoken word that nobody packs their snowballs really tight? Or do you guys pack your snowballs really tight and just, you don't give a fuck? You could break somebody's windshield on their car with one of those. I'm no kidding, bro. I mean, I'm telling you that fucking piece of rock, I couldn't cram it down this fucking bong, down that glass. And I realized, I was like, man, that's compressed like a rock. It's as hard as a rock. So what's up with that? Anybody? Is there like some unspoken rule about packing your snowballs? I need to know about these things. I don't even know how to sled, dude. Give me back a black eye in high school. Yay, my brother gave me a black eye in high school with a snowball. Daniel, sorry, bat. Nay, Daniel Vandeven. Craig, what's up, son? Robin, hello. I'm being distracted by the snow out here. Wow. It is just, I sprayed water on the dish and I was hoping that would keep the snow from sticking to it. But I have a feeling that's not going to last very long. All I got to do, if we start losing signal, all I got to do is walk out there and turn on the garden hose. It'll just take a second. And fucking blast that shit. Snowball fights sometimes turn into real fights, yeah. Water on snowball and have snowball fights. So packing gravel in it is cheating. Gravel, oh my god. Yo, Ronnie Ruhr! Ronnie Ruhr! Ron here. What's up, Ronnie? Billy, I find loose snow works better for me. Hey, Steve Running. Hey. Hey, look, we're catching the later crowd now, guys. It's so funny. I should just do a show every hour. Okay, we're going to do a show every hour, and we're 15-minute break in between each show. All day. It's like a goddamn amusement park. Welcome to Nay World. Trendy Land. Trendy Town. Welcome. With every hour, Trendy as Dabber show. Miss the show, miss the snow. Oh, gotcha, Robin. David, what's up, son? Evan, what's up, son? Brett, right on. Jamie, it's snowing. It's snowing there. It's snowing here. I have got an inch and a half easy here sticking. Inch and a half. What about you, Jamie? Getting on the trendy train. Woo woo! We're going down the train tracks. 60 degrees here in Maryland. Getting on the trendy ass Dabber. Trendy ass Dabber show. Missy, it's trendy as Dabber. So you put in one too many S's and you left out a B. Okay? Trendy as. It's not ass. It was supposed to be ass, but it was a misspelling. So it's as. A-S. It's a long story. You guys want to hear the story? While it's snowing outside and we're all sitting around. I tell you the story where the name Trendy as Dabbers came from. Trendy's Craig Allen. Snowing really good here. 3+ inches in Maine so far. By the minute, Jamie Lynn. It just started? Oh, it's been snowing here since I started my first show, which was an hour ago. So it's been snowing here for an hour, and like I said, we've got an inch and a half sticking everywhere. The winds last night knocked my bench seat into the pond, and that's still in there. Got to go there and pull that out without falling in myself. You know, don't want to slip and fall on the ice. I was so glad it was so easy to spray off that satellite dish. And now I've got internet in the middle of a goddamn snowstorm. I can't believe all I got to do. That's what it is just spraying off that dish. So, wow. I should be cool in rainstorms then, you know, if I can broadcast right now. I did lower my bandwidth down a little. I think I took it down to like 1200, where I'm usually at 15. Krusty G, thank you so much for going on to Twitter for me. Anybody that goes on to Twitter for me and retweets everything I put out there, you guys, thank you. I need those numbers. It helps. It encourages other people to pay attention to what I am saying. And if I don't have that interaction from you, people will just ignore my stuff. So thank you for making me relevant. It's you guys that make me relevant. Hey, Trina. Clinton, Maine. Billy Sanford. Snowing in Syracuse, New York. 6 inches. God, there's 6 inches in Maine. We've got an inch and a half in Northern California right here up at 3,000 feet. I wonder how it is in Oregon. Where the fuck is goddamn Kepper at? Will somebody just type in Kevin Monaco, please, in the Facebook? I would appreciate that. Thank you. It'd be a line of sight from satellite to the dish. You'll still lose it in some storms. Right, Billy? Right. Line of sight. Right, there's got to be line of sight. But, bro, this is a thick... You see how thick this snowstorm is. I've dropped 0 frames. Do you see this? This is like blankets of snow. It doesn't snow much heavier than that here. You know, there might be a little bit heavier flake at some point today, but considering all I had to do was go out there, bro, and hose off the satellite dish with the garden hose. It took all of 2 minutes. Oh, why do you gotta go, Jamie? Oh, all right. I'm sorry you gotta go. I like it when Jamie hangs out with us. Reminds me of the old coffee shop days. I'm looking at the radar. You got big clouds. We've got big clouds. 74 degrees. Kevin Monaco. If somebody on Facebook could type in Kevin Monaco's name, I'd appreciate it. That's Kepper's name. Kevin Monaco. Hey, Dan. Is anybody up above Northern California? Is anybody in Washington or Oregon watching this broadcast? Is anybody north of Northern California, even if you're north of where I'm at, in the top of Northern California, and you're watching this broadcast? I mean, there's only 12 people watching. Hey, Ron Schwartz, what's up? I doubt it. There's only 12 viewers. I doubt it. Hey, Tony. I don't believe there's only 12 viewers. I'm going to refresh the chat. Dropped frame 0. Dropped frame 0. Dropped frame 0. Even while I'm loading a web page, drop frame 0. Drop frame 0. Evan Stout bumps the chat. 24 viewers. Detroit. Anybody north of Northern California? Billy Blay. The storm system over you is a donut-shaped snow cloud with a thunderstorm in the middle of it. It stretches from San Jose to Portland. Portland. Okay, so they got the snow up there too. I was wondering. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for telling me that. I'm watching my stairs get covered. Now, my top stair is probably about 1.5 feet. And the second, or the second, that's the second to the top stair. And then the third to the top stair is probably about 1 foot, I'm assuming. And it's almost halfway covered, man. That would take, it's just along the edge. So it doesn't mean we've got a full 6 inches of snow. But along the edge, it's 6 inches of snow right there. It's crazy. But I think we've got 2 inches now. I think we're up to 2 inches of snow. Legit. If the way you measure it is you just go outside with a tape measure and stick a tape measure on a flat surface, I could go do that. But do you do it on a guardrail, or do you got to do it on? I got to do it on like the deck where it's a big flat area. The guardrail would be the same, right? The guardrail's not getting any more or less snow than anywhere else. So I could just go up to the guardrail. I scraped snow off the edge of that guardrail, right? Almost completely recovered, and the snow hasn't even melted completely in the bone, right? That's how long it wasn't very long ago. And that snow is almost completely, look guys, look. Can you see? Yeah, look. The snow is almost completely recovered. Here, let me move the chat down. Look at how much snow. I took the snow off the edge, and look, you can't even tell. Almost. You almost can't even tell. And within another 10 minutes, you're not even going to see a dip there. Within another 10 minutes or so. So it's got to be 2 inches. Yeah, I put snow in my bong and sang a little song and got really high with all of the trendies. Yeah, got real high with all of the trendies. As you can tell by my lack of ability to rhyme. Oh my goodness. Do you remember when I said it doesn't snow much harder than that? Boy, oh boy, it's snowing a lot harder than it was before. Boy, oh boy, it is really snowing hard now. Oh my goodness. It is snowing hard now. There's going to be trees falling, man. I want to open up the doors and listen. I know, it's so pretty. It looks fake, right? It's freaking crazy what's going on over here right now. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Wow. Bro, is that snow, bro? Bro, is that snow? You gonna do a dab, bro? Is that some snow, bro? You got snow in your bong, bro? Where'd you get that snow in your bong, bro? Did you get, bro? You can do dab, bro? You do dabs? Doing snow, bro? Look at this. You know, the oak trees are the prettiest. They've got all those branches, like, everywhere. It's like electricity. And they're fucking just covered with white. And boy, oh boy, I gotta get a picture of that. Where the fuck is my camera at? I done lost my camera. Don't know where it is. I need to look around because I ain't a whiz. It's beautiful in the background. I can look at the picture all day. I know, Trina. Me too. I love the snow. I love watching it snow. Oh, my God. Oak, brah. Oak tree, brah. Oak tree, brah. So pretty, man. It doesn't get any prettier than an oak tree in the snow. I'm telling you, man. That is one of the most beautiful things you can look at. I wish I had my glasses on. Let me go get my glasses. Oh. Oh, they're clean too. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Holy shit, man. Oh, hello everyone. Trending sophisticated reporting in. I've got the glasses on. Resurging somewhat. Ooh. Let's level these off a little bit. Maybe I shall fix them. Should probably go back to the eye place and get a fitting done properly. Wow. So busy. So busy. The oak trees are so busy. So much going on there. I don't know if you realize how big some of these trees are, bro. They're like 90 feet tall. You're not gonna fucking knock the snow off them by hitting them with a baseball bat. That tree right there is 100, probably 110 feet tall. I have to fly the drone up there and find out for sure. But they grow every year, and the last I checked, it was over 100 feet tall. Drones are a great way to check the height of a tree, man. Danny DiPolito, old school Trinity Mafia. What? Psh. Psh, Maron. Psh. Ten tickles. Lori, that's funny. That's a little Space Invader, dude. I like little Space Invader, dude. Lori, more Space Invader dudes. More of that. I want to see a whole row. Lori, I want to see 10 of those little green dudes in a row. Pew 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 pew. Dum 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 dum. Pew 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 pew. Dum 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 dum. Pew 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 pew. Dum 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 dum. Pew 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 pew. Dum 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 dum. Pew. Dum 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 dum. Pew 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 pew. That is the best. What do you think about the Tic Tac? What do I think about the Tic Tac UFO? That's a good question. I think it's some kind of anomaly or some kind of bullshit. I've heard the pilot interviewed that said he was in the plane that peeled off and went down and looked at that thing, and that it came out of the water, hovered, moved over, and did like some maneuver he said that was impossible. And then he said it moved so fast that he couldn't follow it with his own eyes. And then it was gone. And I'm just like, that's a great story, bro. Call Reader's Digest, I just don't buy it. I really don't believe that if there were aliens here that had that kind of technology, that they wouldn't somehow, in some way, try to communicate with us somehow. It's obvious if these stories are true, if the pilots say these things are evasive as they claim they are, and that as soon as they see, it seems like they're doing something, they're doing studies, and we come up on them and, they go, and then they're gone. They know there's life here. If there's a UFO here, if there's an alien here and it's doing shit, they would know that there's beings here that communicate with each other. Why come all this way and not at least give a fucking handshake? It doesn't make sense, man. Especially a race as far advanced as what these guys claim these things are, that they can move in ways that we can't even perceive with our minds, and that our cameras and our radar can't even track them because they move just so amazingly, yet they can't communicate with us. That was the whole thing about Close Encounters of the Third Kind, wasn't it? That was the whole climax of the movie, was the aliens wanted to communicate with us. And we figured out a way to communicate with them. It makes perfect sense. You don't come all this way and not, like I said, not fucking at least extend your hand and give a fucking handshake. It just doesn't ring true to me. I don't buy it. I don't know if it's CGI graphics or if they were experimenting with some kind of trick photography that they may have had, or if it was some kind of fucking drone technology or some kind of rocket technology, or some sort of hovercraft or something that somebody's experimenting with, or just some fucking bullshit, man. But, you know, there's all these different stories and everything is different and none of the fucking, no two UFOs have ever looked the same. And they must be coming from everywhere and nobody drops a pamphlet even. You know, not even they don't even leave a fucking pamphlet. I mean, come on. You know, a map. Hey man, you know, we know that you guys can't get to where we are. But here's a map of where we came from. Right? I mean, that's always been our thing is when we produce these amazing machines that we send out into space, you know, and the ones that are just going to keep on going out there, what do? We put like a record player in there with a record with you know, music and information, you know, and DNA and everything about the human race that we can squeeze onto whatever piece of data or whatever format or medium we're sending out there. We want to communicate. I just don't buy it. I think it's just a magic trick. And this guy, the jet fighter guy, he's a magician. Hey man, you want to see my trick? Here, look. Here's an easy one right here. Look at this. We're looking outside. Oh my God, look at that butterfly. It's flying around. Wow, look at that. There's a butterfly. Oh, it's hovering up there now. Wow, that's crazy. It says, whoop, where'd it go? Oh, what? Where'd it go? Oh man, it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking with my camera. I mean, how hard would it be for a guy who's skilled enough to fly a goddamn jet fighter pilot to a guy who's skilled enough to fly one of those goddamn planes and do all the things that these guys are skilled at doing? How hard would it be for him to fake some video? How hard would it be for him to make up a story? You know, not hard at all, man. I mean, look at religion. Look at the story of God and how everybody in every religion believes that their God is a different God. It's the same thing. It's a story that people buy into, whether you believe it or not. And, you know, you're either going to believe that shit or you're not. I think it's a good question, though, because it is really convincing when you see video. When you're looking at video of something and you're like, you know, that one video that shows this object and it's doing, you know, it tumbles around or something and it's moving really fast and you can hear the pilots are talking to each other and they're saying, what is that? One guy says, what is that? Some kind of new drone technology or something. And they're laughing and they're like, because they're like in shock at what they're seeing or whatever. It's a very convincing piece of video. And I've seen that. And if I was easily convinced, easily swayed by my own confirmation bias, something like that would have me instantly convinced that there's UFOs that are visiting the Earth and that we've got it on video. I would be so convinced of that. But that thing in my brain that I'm always telling you guys about, common sense, it rules it out for me. It's like the common sense says, yeah, they'd drop a pamphlet off. You know, they'd communicate. They'd do something. And they wouldn't just want to be talking to the fucking leaders of the planet, right? Because they would see how the order works. I would believe that an advanced alien race wouldn't have government. I would believe that every one of them would be on the same page. They would have advanced to that point, right? They don't need, you know, somebody telling them this is what we're going to do. We need a leader. I think they'd get to the point where they're all so fucking educated, they're so highly advanced that everyone would just work together to be a leader. Kind of like what I've talked about with cannabisism. When I say everybody is a leader of cannabisism, everybody is a spokesperson for it. You know, there is no one person that leads it. It's the same idea of like an alien race where there's no government because they all work towards a common goal. Like the existence, the survival of that species, of that race. And we're nowhere near that. And you might say, well, maybe that's why they don't want to communicate with us, because we haven't achieved that point. Well, wouldn't they be looking at the planet? Wouldn't they know that they wouldn't even need to fucking come down here to look and see that what's going on here is about to wipe the entire planet clean of humanity. And maybe they just want to study it before it's all gone. And you would think, hey man, these humans have 10 years left. Let's at least throw them a bone. They're all going to be dead in 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is. They're all going to be dead. This planet is not going to be sustainable for them, and there's nothing we can do to help them. We can't transport them. We're not even going to fucking throw them a bone and be like, hey man, we are real. Here we are. You think they're communicating with government? You think that they would see the way that we're set up and be like, yeah, you know, I think it'd be a good idea for us to go contact Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, all the leaders of these countries, and just contact them, kind of like preachers talking to God. You know, we're just going to contact them, and we're going to give them some information and let them decide how to mitigate that amongst the masses. Or don't you think the aliens would be like, you know, we just need to talk to all of them? You know, just like we're one race, you know, they need to all be one race too. And whether or not they've reached that point, if they see us, they'll understand the language that we're speaking. They understand that we are united as one thing, you know, one unit, whereas we are not. You think they're laughing at us? No, I don't think they're laughing. You know, I don't think aliens that are that advanced have comedy and senses of humor anymore. Mary, right? I don't think comedy exists in their world anymore. If you are that advanced that you can travel so far away so quickly from this planet to another one where your world is, do you think your world has comedy clubs? Really? I would think they would have abandoned humor long ago. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that there were aliens visiting Earth. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the only reason they were here was to see how we're going to deal with our own extinction. Just out of morbid curiosity. Right, Andrew? Trump's eating a taco bowl with an alien right now. They're snorting lines of cold medicine eating a taco bowl. Well, let me tell you, you know, people don't think that Donald Trump is working in conjunction with the aliens, but these reptilian shape-shifting aliens, they are out there, and they are working in conjunction with China, the North Koreans, and of course, you're going to want to check out Infowars.com for more information. We've got everything at PrisonPlanet.com. These are two fantastic sources of information, and we try to put out the finest, purest form of information for your consumption. Richard Magnarelli, old school Trinity Mafia. What? Psh. I give you a fresh one. Psh. I'll give you a fresh one. I like how this light leveled out. It was blinding at first, and it's kind of leveled off, leveled off. Okay, the stairs are... I'm going out there with the goddamn tape measure. I'll be right back. Let's find out, guys. Let's find out how much snow I got on that rail. It's only going to take a second. I'm looking at what I think is 2 to 3 inches. Oh, here's a ruler. Perfect. Perfect. We'll use the ruler. The old school ruler. Holy shit. Wow. 2.5 inches of snow, my friends. Fucking 2.5 inches of snow on the road. I couldn't believe when I pressed it in and it kept going and going. I was like, whoa! Dude, 2.5 inches already. Son of a bitch. I called that shit, didn't I? I was looking at it. I go, yeah, it's got to be fucking 2 inches out there. 2 to 3, and it's 2.5. I thought it was me. Andrew. I thought it was me, the light in the background. You got to understand, of course, we are trying to produce the purest form of our Super Male Vitality product that we could possibly give to our viewers, our supporters out there. They're so important to us. If you'll just give me a second here, I just got to cordon off my dog here. Just cordoning this off here. Keep my dog here where I keep my eye on him. He's a good puppy. I'm just going to close this off right here. You know, the United States federal government, of course, they're trying to shut us down. I've got the Clintons, you know, breathing down my neck, and of course the lawsuit going on with my wife. But every morning, you know, it gets me through. I wake up, I go in the bathroom, and I chop me up a line of Super Male Vitality. And I only snort half a line, of course, because it's just so ultra potent. I can only take half a dosage. So make sure when you try our Super Male Vitality product that you try only half a dosage at first. It might be all you need to get you through your day. I was just looking for my coffee, which I spike sometimes. A little bit of vodka. I do believe I've already finished that off this morning. I like to wake up early, have a nice drink, come on into the office. You're very good. You're very good, my friend. You're very good. Very good. You're very good, my friend. Two and a half inches of snow. What am I going to do? What you gonna do with 2.5 inches of snow? I got lots of minestrone. What you gonna do? 2.5 inches of snow. I'm gonna drink me some soup. Campbell's, you know. I got it in the cupboard. Gonna have me some soup today. I believe native. Always, I am full-blooded turkey. I always believe native aways. Huh? I always believe native aways. What does that mean? Is that, Earth Daughter, is that even a thing? Native aways? Any mountain to ski down. Oh, I'm not a skier. Psh, psh. I'll slide down one though. Put me in a toboggan. Hey, I'll freaking toboggan down one. I ain't standing up. I'm too old. Too much arthritis. Hey, I'll get me one of them ganglion cysts again. No, thank you. I'm not very good at falling on my butt. I'm always putting my hands down and fall on my hands. Ah, hurts. Has Rogan seen it yet? Yeah, Rogan was just out playing it. He's chilling right now. But I'm waiting to see if these stairs get covered all the way. I'll know, you know, we'll have a foot of snow. 1 inch of rain is already 2.5 inches. You know, we're supposed to get 1 inch of rain today. 2.5 inches of snow already. Oh, you always believed in Native American ways. Okay, Earth Daughter, I got you. Welcome to the show. Love toboggans. I want to, yeah, you know, I'm on a mountain. And I've got a road that my friend put in for me. I would love to be able to slide down. The Trump administration broke the law in withholding Ukraine aid. Government Accountability Office says in newly issued decision. Wow, I wonder if that's going to play a part in the fucking impeachment. The president wanted to strike down a rule that prohibits companies from bribing foreign officials, calling the ban unfair, a new book claims. That's crazy. Government watchdog concludes Trump administration broke law by withholding Ukraine aid. The Government Accountability Office says the Trump administration broke the law when it withheld U.S. security aid to Ukraine last year that had been appropriated by Congress, an issue at the center of the impeachment of President Donald Trump. The GAO, a nonpartisan congressional watchdog, remember it says nonpartisan, said in a decision issued Thursday that the White House Budget Office violated the Impoundment Control Act of 1974, law that limits the White House from withholding funds that Congress has appropriated. The Office of Management and Budget told the GAO it withheld the funds to ensure that they were not spent in a manner that could conflict with the president's foreign policy, said Thomas Armstrong, the GAO's general counsel. Faithful execution of the law does not permit the president to substitute his own policy priorities for those that Congress has enacted into law, the GAO wrote. OMB withheld funds for a policy reason which is not permitted under the Impoundment Control Act. The withholding was not a programmatic delay. Programmatic delay. There, I don't even know what that word means. Therefore, we conclude that OMB violated the ICA. The decision will add fuel to the Democratic allegations that Trump's conduct ran afoul of the law when his administration withheld $400 million in security aid to Ukraine while the president and his team pushed Ukraine to open an investigation of the president's political rivals. The GAO decision comes as the president's Senate impeachment trial is set to begin on Thursday, with Senate Democrats pushing for Republicans to allow additional witnesses and documents to be considered during the trial. OMB spokeswoman Rachel Semmel said the budget office disagrees with the GAO's decision. OMB uses its apportionment authority to ensure taxpayer dollars are properly spent consistent with the president's priorities and with the law, Semmel said. The hold on the aid was extended 9 times. 9 times? 9 times. 9 times? 9 times. 9 times? 9 times. Theirs has been absent 9. What's her name? Gladys! The hold on the aid was extended 9 times until a decision on September 11th to release it, which came as Congress was ramping up investigations for the delay. The White House Budget Office told the GAO that the money was withheld because they were reviewing the programs, meaning the delay wasn't subject to the Impoundment Control Act, but the GAO rejected that argument. OMB asserts that its actions are not subject to the ICA because they constitute a programmatic delay, GAO wrote. OMB further argues that because reviews for compliance with statutory conditions and congressional mandates are considered programmatic, it's that word, man, so too should be reviews undertaken to ensure compliance with presidential policy prerogatives. Prerogatives. OMB's assertions have no basis in law. House Representatives confirmed that congressional Democrats are understood all along President Trump abuses power and broke the law by withholding security assistance to Ukraine. Given that this illegal conduct threatened our security and undermined our elections, I feel even more strongly that the House has chosen the right course by impeaching President Trump, Lowry said in a statement. Lowry. Love toboggans. I always believe Native Americans will go to old school Nate. We'll toss back end of truck liner and jump on the back, and away we go. Truck liner. We'll toss back end of truck liner. Earth Daughter is now following. Hey, Earth Daughter, thank you for the follow. If we get 3 inches, it melts off the next day. I see and talk to people are dead. Earth Daughter, I see and talk to people are dead. I'm sure you do. Right on, Earth Daughter. Lev Barnes is proof of she sees dead people. Of Giuliani colluded with Trump was on last night. They all knew it had started. I've got it on. Trump 2020, says Charles. Right on, Charles. Good luck, buddy. Wow. Thank you, Nalo, Mr. Johnson. Nay. Stephen Running. All roads lead to Putin. Putin. Every time I hear the name Putin, I think of a fart. What's he, Putin? Quit Putin over there, Putin. What'd you eat for lunch? So now it's kind of like not snowing as much as there's really small snow, really small snowflakes now. Belay. So, yeah, I went live again because I cleaned out the radar dish, the satellite dish, and it fucking works. So that's good to know. Before I do another show, I'll go out there with the garden hose and I'll hose it off again. Too bad those things aren't heated just a little bit, you know? Just heat the whole fucking thing with just whatever temperature it would take. Just heat it up to like, 50 degrees. Would probably be fine. If you would just keep it heated to 50 degrees, it would take like no power at all to do that, and it would keep the snow off of those dishes. There, I'm a billionaire overnight. Bernie sounds good, but he doesn't get my vote because of his views on gun control. Yeah, let me tell you something, Andrew. You make a good point, and I agree with you. I don't like Bernie Sanders' view on gun control. I am not willing to sacrifice my weapons to have Bernie Sanders as president of the United States. So this is what I propose to you, Andrew, okay? Join me in supporting Bernie Sanders, and together, let's convince him that people like us should be able to, possess weapons. What do you say? If this is the one thing that you disagree with on Bernie Sanders, I think it's the kind of thing that, he's the kind of person who will listen to people. And, when you have crazy people that are going around with knives and going into elementary schools and stabbing kids around the world, they might not be able to have a gun, but it's a soft target. There's nothing stopping someone with a knife from going anywhere and stabbing a whole bunch of people in the neck. A movie theater, there's nothing stopping someone from doing that. So when a crazy person wants to get crazy and kill a whole bunch of people, they're going to be able to do it. It doesn't matter whether they have an automatic weapon or not. If they want to kill 20 people, they'll go fucking take a car and crash it through a busy street, where there's people shopping at a Park Avenue type setting. You got 20 people dead just like that. Taking our guns away from us is not the answer. And I think I've got a good argument. And I think Andrew, Justin, and Sizo, Trendy Mafia, old school, what? If you join us in voting for Bernie Sanders, I will join you in standing up for our rights to possess our firearms. What do you say? Does that sound good? Because I agree with Bernie Sanders on everything else, bro. Take my money. I'm excessively wealthy. You take my money and distribute it to the people who don't have a heater, who don't have a bed to sleep on, who can't afford a meal. Yeah, I'm never giving up my guns either, Juggalo. I agree. I'm with you. But it should not stop us from voting for Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders is the last person to send police to your door to collect your firearms. He might not like your firearms, but he's not the kind of person to go door to door collecting them. And he's the kind of person to listen to reason. House managers are currently reading the articles of impeachment against Donald Trump. Hey, I wouldn't mind covering this right now, guys. If they're covering this live, the first article of impeachment is abuse of power. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, I guess this is not televised. I don't know. We could go to... Oh. We could go to a live broadcast maybe. They are live. All right. Oh, here we go. No, this is a clip. Here, let me get to CNN.com. And we'll see if we can pull up the live feed here. Live TV, there it is. Oh, yeah, I know. I've heard the audio already, Stephen. I heard it. It's been all over the news. Yeah, so Elizabeth Warren said, so Bernie, you just accused me of being a liar on national television. And he said, excuse me? And she said, Bernie, you just accused me of being a liar on national television. And he said, well, you just accused me of being a liar, but you know what, Liz? Let's not do this right here, right now. That's what was said between the two of them.
President Trump abused the powers of his high office through the following means. Number one, directing the White House to defy a lawful subpoena by withholding the production of documents sought therein by the committees. Number two, directing other executive branch agencies and offices to defy lawful subpoenas and withhold the production of documents and records from the committees, in response to which the Department of State, the Office of Management and Budget, Department of Energy, and Department of Defense refused to produce a single document or record. Directing current and former, number three, directing current and former executive branch officials not to cooperate with the committees, in response to which 9 administration officials defied subpoenas for testimony, namely John Michael Mick Mulvaney, Robert B. Blair, John A. Eisenberg, Michael Ellis, Preston Wells Griffith, Russell T. Vaught, Michael Duffy, Brian McCormick, and T. Ulrich Breckbull. These actions were consistent with President Trump's previous efforts to undermine United States government investigations into foreign interference in United States elections. Through these actions, President Trump sought to arrogate to himself the right to determine the propriety, scope, and nature of the impeachment inquiry into his own conduct, as well as the unilateral prerogative to deny any and all information to the House of Representatives in the exercise of its
abuse of power
of impeachment. In the history of the Republic, no president has ever ordered the complete defiance of an impeachment inquiry or sought to obstruct and impede so comprehensively the ability of the House of Representatives to investigate high crimes and misdemeanors. This abuse of office served to cover up the president's own repeated misconduct and to seize and control the power of impeachment, and thus to nullify a vital constitutional safeguard vested solely in the House of Representatives. In all of this, President Trump acted in a manner contrary to his trust as president and subversive of constitutional government, to the great prejudice of the cause of law and justice, and to the manifest injury of the people of the United States.
In the world.
Wherefore, President Trump, by such conduct, has demonstrated that he enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. Mr. President,
It doesn't matter, Steve, that he's going to win. What matters is that we are all listening to what he's guilty of.
completes the exhibition of the articles of impeachment against Donald John Trump,
We're
President of
the
United
true
States.
judges.
The
We
managers
vote.
request that the Senate take order for the trial. The managers now request leave to withdraw.
Thank you, Mr. Schiff. The Senate will duly notify the House of Representatives when it is ready to proceed to trial.
And that is expected to be Tuesday morning when the Senate will actually proceed to trial, although at 2 o'clock Eastern, Jake, we expect the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court to come over, be sworn in, as well as the 100 members of the U.S. Senate. You see the House managers there walking out of the U.S. Senate. The Senate will then proceed with their business. But this is a truly historic moment.
Really?
It is a moment. It's a somber moment.
Hold on, let's listen to Mitch McConnell.
Are you guys getting dropouts? Because I'm dropped 0 frames. Let me know.
Will preside over the trial as
Okay, I'm going to go out and clean the dish. I'll be right back.
1, Section 3, Clause 6.
I will clean the dish. My footprints have already been snowed in. Holy shit.